Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually making their country better.
People on the left are going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, ERIk Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely. Yes. Enough. Because if you go to these countries and you see how they suffer under absolutely corrupt, made-up governments that are just criminal syndicates.
Made-up governments.
Hello kings and queens, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Kenyan Beast. Now, I love you so much. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for watching my videos again and again. If you are a new subscriber, please, here is the place to be. Find a place here. We have many seats for you. I love you. Now, in today's video, I'm going to react on this guy called Erick. It's called ERIk Prince, who is saying that Africa should be recolonized again, or rather black countries should be recolonized again. That means like Caribbean countries like Jamaica, Grenada, and Africa, all those countries that were under colony should be colonized again. Let's hear to this video and then we're going to talk about it.
Founder, CEO ERIk Prince weighing in on the concept of imperialism.
Oh, great. All this talk of illegal migration in Europe, in the United States, it ultimately comes down to a contest of what is governance. Who is governed? Which countries are governed well? And if so many of these countries around the world are incapable of governing themselves, then it's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded.
Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually making their country better.
People on the left are going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, ERIk Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely. Yes. Enough. Because if you go to these countries and you see how they suffer under absolutely corrupt, made-up governments that are just criminal syndicates.
Made-up governments.
The people of Africa, the people of Latin America, a lot of them deserve better. Now, some countries are really getting it together. Look at what El Salvador did. Bukele, murder capital of Latin America, he said, no more. Now El Salvador is safer than Prince William County.
And he took
just
all
south of Washington, D.C. He put...
So, first of all, I like the idea that America took its imperial hat off at some point.
Right. Well, sorry, just I have to note on that, like, there was a massive decolonization over the last century, and it wasn't because Western powers got woke and decided to start being nicer. Yeah. It was because there was violent uprisings across the globe, and they kicked our asses out, saying "our" loosely as the West, whether that was Vietnam or Algeria or whatever. Like, this wasn't just we stopped listening to guys like ERIk Prince, is that we listened to them to the point where that couldn't be sustained anymore and we got blown out.
I mean, it's all too like just the idea that these African governments or whoever he's talking about, or in Latin America, that they're just corrupt and we need the stabilizing force of the United States to come in and make them less so. Why are some of these governments in complete shambles? In part because of like basically wholly because of like the extraction and the Western influence not really caring about stability in those countries, but purposely destabilizing them or
for our own placing ends. Them, inserting essentially our guys in these situations. I mean, look, to be fair to ERIk Prince, he wants to get the contract to go in and do the colonializing.
Now, welcome back. ERIk Prince. Whatever he's saying, from his perspective, he knows he's right. From our perspectives, as Africans or black people, it may be right, may be wrong. It depends on where you stand from while you are watching this video. It depends on which view you are viewing. For example, let's start with this. First, I may say it's a bad thing to say as a white guy, as a politician, maybe a white politician. This shows how you see the country of black countries at large. This shows how you think of African countries, you think of black countries, you think of Caribbeans. This shows how you have this respect to the African countries, to the black countries. Because if you are saying Africa should be recolonized again, if you are saying Jamaica should be recolonized again, if you are saying Grenada, if you are saying Cuba and all these countries that were under colony sometimes back should be recolonized again, it's being respectful. It's being disrespectful. But on the other hand, maybe you have seen something that you people can change whenever you come here. It's acceptable. You are a human being. You can decide to go to other country if you have seen problem and tell them, you know what, you are doing this bad. Let's do it like this. But these our presidents, they are your friends. These our presidents, they are your puppets. So that means you are running the country indirect. That means you are running Jamaica indirect. You are running Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria indirectly, South Africa indirectly. So whatever you are saying that it's happening in our country, yes, it's happening. How our leaders have ceased to help us, how our leaders are, corrupt. They can't create a good economy in Africa, in black countries, how Africans or black people are running away from their countries. They are going to other people's countries as immigrants because they cannot sustain the life there is in Africa. It is true. The leaders are doing those to us, but they are your puppets. It's your people, the colonizers who are here, the white supremacy. They are the one who are doing these impunities indirectly. So literally, you want to say that you want the country back, you want Africa back, you want Jamaica back, so that for you to make it better. But if you are outside, you are making the country look back so that we see that it's only our black leaders who are spoiling the countries. But it is you who are spoiling our countries. You are the one who are controlling everything. You are the one who are exploiting the countries. You are the one who put the puppets there. You are the one who don't want to see peace in our countries. For example, I was talking about South Sudan. I watched a documentary of South Sudan and I was like, damn, this is a country rich of oil. But it have never known peace. Why it has never known peace is because there are white supremacy behind it, whom they want them to know no peace. They want them to continue suffering so that they can continue exploiting and digging oil from South Sudan. Congo, they don't know peace. It's because there is some white supremacy behind who are killing the economy of Congo, who are, making Congo to look bad. It's not the Congolese people. They don't want to be like that. But why go to Congo? Why commit genocide? Why steal their lands using the black puppets that you have put as leaders? I hope we could govern ourselves as Burkina Faso Ibrahim Traore is doing, trying to move away from the puppet section. If I govern myself, if my brother govern me, I think they will want their country to be as great. It's not that we don't have brains as Africans or black people, but how you colonize us and left the system is still in colonial power. You are still governing, controlling. IMF is dictating the countries. Everything is bad. And it's your hand. But on the other hand, I may say he is right, because our African leaders, I cannot condemn the white people so much, because the African leaders have the choice to be a good leader or a bad leader. They have the choice to say, you know what? I don't want you to detect my country again. I don't want you to bring your rules here. I will govern my country as I want. They have that choice. African people, African black countries, they have that choice to come together Africa to come together and decide how will we run our continent instead of people who are not in the chambers controlling what's happening in the country. So at another view, he is right. He is right, because Africans leaders, they have a choice, but they have chosen to steal and loot. They have chosen to help the looters. They have chosen to play by their books. They have chosen to enrich themselves and leave the people of Africa to live and to die in hunger. They have chosen, whenever they get power, to grab a country with both hands and a country to be like his home. He controls the way they want. At the other point, I support by saying that the leaders of today, most of them, they are not affected by the colonization because they have to choose. Ibrahim Traore stood one day and chose, you know what? I will look for new friends. I don't want France anymore. I'm tired. He decided to make a country a better place. To make Burkina Faso a better place. So it's high time, if these white people are talking, they know what they are saying. First of all, they know what they did to us is bad. First of all, they know that we can change, but they don't want to give us direct information that, you know what, you people, you can change. You are just stupid people. Give us back that country. Let us show you how we run it. But here we are, African leaders, they are here. William Ruto is here. Nana Akufo is here. Museveni is here. Paul Kagame is here. You have the choice. They have the choice to make a country a better place for everybody. Very right. But why are they dragging the country behind? We pay taxes as Africans, as black people. We pay. Use the money to create good opportunities, to build roads, schools in Kenya, in Africa. If the money is not there, you can go to that loans, but be careful, you know. But you are using our taxes, it's entering your pocket. The loans you are taking, you are not doing something with it. Everything is bad. Jamaica at some point, they have been crying about their president, their prime minister being a puppet. But when he entered that seat, he promised to be the best guy. African president promised heavens in earth. So I don't know what really happened whenever they enter that seat. This guy, ERIk Prince, is talking the truth at some point, because Africa is rich. We need to be, everyone in Africa needs to be living good life, you know, the life that the white people will just be looking and see, wow, these people are rich. But we have the mentality, the brainwashed, we are the one who has been seen as beggars. It's high time to hold our leaders accountable instead of just saying the white people. They will know what to do with the white people. But we have to hold them accountable and tell, you are the one who asked for our votes. You told us you do this and this. Now this is 2 years. Where's the thing you told us? You told us to take care of this and this. Why haven't you do that? We cannot call the white supremacy and hold them accountable, because we are dealing with these people. If he chooses to be the puppet of the white people, let us talk to him sense. That's what needs to happen. I don't know. Tell him in the comment section what you did about this guy. I'm feeling bad. I don't know what's the problem, but I know I'm gonna go better. Under some medication. Tell me in the comment section what you think about Erick's speech, what he said about Africa to be colonized, because I feel like he is disrespecting Africa, but somehow I feel like African leaders are disrespecting themselves. They are belittling themselves. They are making themselves stupid and fools. That's how we don't want to call our leaders. But at the place we have reached, we need to call them accountable. Find me at kenyanbeast1@gmail.com. My number is on the description. Until next episode, peace be with you.